Welcome back to Muslim Philosophers. Tonight, as the stars begin to glow and the roads grow quiet, let us travel back many centuries to the warm hills of Al-Andalus, where orange blossoms scent the evening air and the call to prayer echoes through narrow stone streets. It was here in the city of Murcia that a child named Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi was born. May Allah have mercy on him. He would one day become one of the greatest spiritual minds of Islam, a man whose heart overflowed with love for Allah and whose words would guide souls for centuries to come. As a young boy, Ibn Arabi was quiet, thoughtful, and gentle. While other children played in the courtyards, he would sit by the mosque gates, listening to the scholars recite verses of the Qur'an. He was fascinated by every word, by how one verse could open a window to the entire universe. He often said that when he listened to the Qur'an, he felt as though the whole world was whispering the same truth, that everything belongs to Allah and everything returns to Him. One evening, as the story goes, the young Ibn Arabi wandered out to the edge of the fields. The sun was setting, painting the sky in gold. He stood there completely still, watching how the light touched every leaf, every stone. And in that moment, something awakened inside him, a deep, peaceful certainty that Allah's presence was not only above him, but around him, and within all creation. From that night on, he sought to understand this mystery, how everything in the world could point back to the One. As he grew older, Ibn Arabi began to travel. He left Spain and journeyed across the Muslim world through Fez, Tunis, Cairo, Makkah, and Damascus, seeking out scholars, saints, and teachers. Everywhere he went, he listened. Some taught him about law and theology, others about poetry and philosophy. But the ones he loved most were those who spoke softly of Allah's mercy, the men and women whose hearts glowed with remembrance. In Makkah, during one of his many journeys, Ibn Arabi would spend long hours sitting near the Kaaba. There, surrounded by the hum of pilgrims, he began to write. What flowed from his pen became one of the greatest works of Islamic spirituality, Al-Futuhat, al-Makkiyyah, the Meccan revelations. In it he wrote, "The heart has been created vast enough to contain the whole world, but it finds peace only in the remembrance of Allah. To him, every mountain, every star, and every smile was a reflection of Allah's beauty." He said that the universe itself is a mirror, and when we look at it with love, we begin to see the divine shining through. But such deep ideas were not easy for everyone to understand. Some people accused Ibn Arabi of going too far, of saying what others could not grasp. He was criticized, sometimes rejected even by those who claimed to follow the same faith, and yet he never grew bitter. He never argued or condemned. When asked about his critics, he simply smiled and said, "My path is love." Whoever walks it sincerely will find the truth. He believed that every person, no matter their language, race, or background, was traveling toward the same destination. Some walked with reason, others with devotion, but all were on a journey back to Allah. In his later years, Ibn Arabi settled in Damascus. He lived simply teaching, writing, and guiding seekers who came from faraway lands. His home was small, his possessions few, but his heart overflowed with peace. He often told his students, knowledge alone does not bring you close to Allah. It is the love that flows through knowledge that lifts the soul. Each night he would sit in the courtyard beneath the moonlight, reciting verses and reflecting on the mercy of his Lord. Those who met him said that being near him felt like being near still water, calm, clear, and full of depth. When Ibn Arabi returned to his Lord, his words continued to live. His books Fusūs, al-Ḥikam, and al-Futuhat al-Makkiyyah traveled across the Muslim world. Scholars in Andalusia, Persia, and India studied his writings, and poets drew inspiration from his vision of divine love. He has shown them and all of us that Islam is not only a religion of knowledge and law, but also a faith of tenderness and beauty. That love for Allah is the key that unlocks every mystery. And so, as the night deepens, think of Ibn Arabi's journey. From the quiet fields of Andalusia to the sacred sanctuary of Makkah, he sought nothing but the truth and found it in the language of the heart. Perhaps tonight, as you close your eyes, you can whisper his prayer, "O Allah, show me your beauty in all things. Let my heart be a mirror for your light and guide me gently toward your love." May Allah fill your heart with peace and your dreams with remembrance. Thank you for watching Muslim Philosophers. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe so that others may find comfort and inspiration in our Islamic heritage.